Okay, I don't see anything here on this little sandbar. So I think we take our boat and we ride our way to that island there. That should be the quickest way, unless we can, in fact, ride Roach the Seahorse. Yeah, this one is... not sure what to expect here. Does it actually have a question mark on it? Let's just check our map real quick. It does. So I'm thinking this is probably going to be a place of power. And then maybe we... let's actually ride our boat here, get this, and then maybe harbor on the south side of the island? I don't know. Not to hit the sandbar. I mean, there clearly are some things over here on this side, like there's that bear over there that we're seeing out of the corner of our eye. There's this boat, which I'm also curious to investigate if we can. Sirens, okay, and a question mark that we didn't know about before, I don't think, is, surprise, surprise, a smuggler's cache. And fighting sirens, whilst we are encumbered, is also not something that I'm terribly fond of doing. I don't think that... oh, you just tried to dive into the boat? How very clever of you. I think we actually do want to fight you underwater, strangely enough. I think that is preferable, given how we are encumbered right now. Okay, but if you're not gonna, like, pop down here immediately... okay, now you do it, of course. Hello? Hello? There you are. There you are. I totally got that time. I gave Geralt an eternity to shoot that one. Okay. Might still be one or two more here. There is, yeah. Like to get you out of here first before we start doing all the other stuff here. Hello? Good siren. Care to tussle? Yes, indeed. Oh, there's another one directly overhead. Hello. We will shoot you as well. Just like your friends. Now, are you done? I think so. I think there are also some of these on either side of the boat. Not sure if we can actually go in/on the boat itself. Might just be this. Sun armor. It's supposed to be a Nilfgaard reference. Great sun. Yes, like there's the chest on the other side of the boat. I don't think there's actually a way to get on here. Don't think so. Or there are actually several chests on this side. Unless we can, like, grab onto that, but I don't think we can. Trying to, but there does not seem to be a prompt to make it happen. Can we loot without actually diving down? Might have been able to. Curious to see just how much weight we're going to be carrying after all this, especially if we don't stop off at all in between smugglers' caches to sell to vendors. There we go. Now we're done with this at least. And yeah, I think this was a random question mark. Was this one? No, we knew this. Okay, yeah, we did have a question mark for this. I take that back. Okay. So this was not necessarily an unexpected encounter. Where is our ship, though? Also, I like the way that the water just totally caves in around this boat. It's totally the way that boats work. And I still think we probably want to actually make land on the other side of the island. Go a little bit further south before we do go onto the shore. Although we've basically made shore already. Let us back this up just a smidge. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You can do it. You can do it. Give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room here. Now we should be fine. Okay. So, I think we want to go to the other side. Oh, and now there's a siren following us. It came from the exact spot where we were fighting them earlier. Okay, well, tell you what. I mean, we'll check the rest of this side of the island, but it's looking like maybe we do, in fact, need to make land where we were looking before. Because this is not looking like it's terribly well-suited for walking around. Unless this little harbor here... No, that's not really a harbor. I think we already have seen the best place for us to land our ship. And, well, we passed it, but we'll just make our way around and take a quick look at the island and maybe get a sense of what we might find here, but hard to tell. That looks like a chopped down tree, suggesting that there are perhaps people currently inhabiting this place. Yeah, several of them, in fact. We could stop right here. A little bit further away, possibly. Let's take a look. Because our boat probably is our fastest means of travel at the moment. I don't know, we may need to go up from this angle in order to make it up there, because this is a relatively moderate incline. It's not crazy steep, whereas what we were seeing before was pretty steep. And we could try with Roach here. It's easier said than done, and no, Roach says, "No more, Geralt. I'm through with you. You may not summon me at all." To which I say, "I am sorry, Roach. I didn't mean for it to come to this. But alas, come to this it has." Okay, so my prediction is this is going to be a place of power. But could be anything, I suppose. No, okay, don't slide down. Takes us too long to get up here for us to have that happen. Okay, so where exactly is this place? Because if it's up there, that's going to be rather difficult to get to. Let's actually mark it. Looks like it's a little bit further in this direction, fortunately. Not actually at the top of that mountain there. It's actually right here where we were potentially going to land before. Right near that bear. Well, I am still curious what the deal is over here. Maybe we take a quick look. Can we summon Roach? Will she actually appear? Because it seems not. Alright, let's just take out the question mark. Except that would almost certainly lead us to fall to our death. So on second thought, let's find a better way. And that may mean we have to possibly even head back to the boat. Because, yeah, this angle is going to be tough. Let's see if there's anything on this side, though. I mean, it's big enough that I would think it's at least possible we could run into other stuff. But at the moment, at least not seeing anything. Not even in this little crevice here. Okay. And where exactly is our boat? Oh! Quite a bit away, in fact. I think we're still faster swimming than we are walking, so I suppose we'll take it. But this is kind of the price we pay when we're running around like this when we're encumbered. And again, I mean, we could go back and sell our stuff, but given how many things we're going to pick up and how often we are going to become encumbered, I think that it is going to probably take far more time for us to go back after every single smuggler's cache and sell things until we're unencumbered. More time for us to do that than it will take for us to just get it all done in one fell swoop like this. So that's why I'm continuing to go this way, even if we are encumbered right now. But as we were saying, Roach, fine, even when we're encumbered. The boat does seem to be fine as well. As long as we rely heavily on those and less so on walking around, then we should do okay. And that is what we shall do here. So let's head back to that spot where we were eyeing before and saw the bear. And we get the nice music to accompany us. Yeah, there's like a dead body there. That's not a place of power. It's a guarded treasure. Okay. Well, it's just a pretty simple, straightforward level 16 bear, right? We're encumbered, yes, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Actually, the deer? Seemingly? And that was a little bit questionable, diving into it. I'll give you that much. Get in the butt. It is no more. Alright, so it's not the deer. It's a little further this way. Nah, it's a person. What were you doing all the way out here? Really? Are you serious? A pair of trash gauntlets is what you give us. I mean, sure, not the hardest enemy we fought. I'll give you that much. That is true. But at the same time, we did go through the trouble of traveling to a very remote location just to find this place. And I feel like you could have perhaps rewarded us a little bit more for that. That's kind of my general thought when it comes to finding hidden caches and other loot of that sort. Where, you know, the harder it is to find, and the more difficult it is to get all the way over there, the more it should be rewarded, right? You know, if it's super easy to get there, if it's right in the middle of everything, and it's not hidden at all, it's just like, here, take this, then, you know, it makes sense for it to be a pretty simple, just like alchemy powder, or alchemy paste, and Dwarven spirit and all that stuff, the things that we always see. The roach is over there. Bye, Roach. Talk to you later. You have your cell phone? Is it charged? Alright, if you say so. I'm sorry. We'll leave you alone now. Just growing up, I know. Anyways. Let's see. So that means we are done with these islands here. Now we want to head inward for these ones here. These question marks. And what do you think? More smugglers' caches? Probably. That's what I'd imagine we'd run into. Though, well, I mean, guarded treasure was maybe not something we were expecting to see. It was actually on land rather than in the middle of the ocean, so that makes some sense. Most of these things are out in the middle of the ocean, so I would imagine that most of them are going to be smugglers' caches. They have been thus far, and I don't think there's much reason to expect that to change. But we'll see. I mean, what else can they even be when they're out in the water like this? Is it ever listed as guarded treasure? If it's guarded by Sirens, or is it just by definition going to be a smuggler's cache? And speaking of Sirens, I'd rather not have to fight you guys. We don't have to. And is it just me? It's taking a little longer than I would have expected it to take. I mean, reasonable amount of ground we're trying to cover here. I am holding the speed up button. So we may not be going that fast, and maybe that does mean... Oh dear. Maybe that does mean that actually the boat does care about you being encumbered. If so, that would suggest that, well, these sirens are probably about to catch up to us. And they appear to be doing just that. That sounds like a lot more than just a siren. Sounds like the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, they gave up. See you later, Nessie. Yeah, so I am starting to think that maybe we are actually not able to do the speedy boat stuff. Okay, well, I just unpressed the speed up button and then repressed it, and it seems like maybe we're going a little faster now. Maybe that's just me making that up, but we can at least see. We can see what appears to be the target. And there is some land here, so I suppose there's a chance we're looking at something other than just Smuggler's Caches here, but first thing out here is, in fact, Smuggler's Cache, as this is, out in the water. And yes, there are drowners, sirens, drowned dead. Over here. There is another one. Over here. I would like to meet in combat to the death. Except these ones over here seem to be much more willing to oblige. And it took us so long to get to you guys. To waste a bunch of our breath. Now we have to go back up. Alright, we'll probably be fine now, though. That one that's off doing its own thing is, well, off doing its own thing. Meteorite ore. Probably the biggest thing there. Some armor that might be worth a little bit. As for this one, that armor could be solid. Relic rarity. I like that. And then this one here. The horse blinders might have been decent. Okay, we've got this one all sorted out now. We actually came close to driving into some of the wreckage here and causing terrible damage to our boat. In the process, I mean, look at this. Oh no, that's just that's the drowner we fought. Okay. I mean, still kind of close, but... Okay. Let us save here, I think, because we've been doing a fair bit of this and maybe not doing as much saving as we might usually do. And there's another one that's close by, right? Yeah, actually, on this island, so... This one probably won't be a smuggler's cache in that case. Let's steer clear of this stuff, though. And just run over the drowner. Does that deal damage to us? Ah, well, we kind of miss. Well, here's the other drowner that we are running straight into. Though it seems not to care about us. Okay, so now we're looking for the best place to land. And I don't think it's going to be this angle, because that looks like a pretty steep cliff. So I think we go around to the other side. This also is... And on the minimap, it doesn't look big. But it's actually seemingly a reasonable size. But yeah, it certainly looks like preferable to approach from this angle. And I might... Whoa, people here. That's new. Probably bandits. But we'll have to see. Fair number of them. What's the deal here, people? Yep. Bandits indeed. Is this going to be an abandoned site or bandit camp? Okay, we've actually run into a lot of bandits recently without actually getting an official bandit camp, so to speak. They're going to be a little bit tough to fight when we're encumbered. Hello. So I think R, for that reason, is maybe a little bit helpful. To incapacitate them. Like so. I believe that's all. Now we will further encumber ourselves. Oh, what? Where'd you come from? You absolutely were not here before. Oh. That's one way to take them out. Like that guy, was he just chilling there? Completely ignoring us as we took out all of his friends? Anyways, we got some loot. Don't really care about the fishing rods. The animal hides, we also don't really need those. Ashes, definitely don't need. Animal for dust is something... Oh. What did I say before? If you're gonna reward us with Dwarven Spirit for doing something that's out in a remote location in the middle of nowhere, hard to get to, that's not the time. Do that for the random chest that you find in people's houses, when we're raiding the villages, and whatnot. When we're going to these remote locations, this is when you should give us the big stuff. Because we're going out of our way to make this happen, you know? But I think that's probably it on this island here. It seems like, for the most part, we're seeing that all these islands, if they are big enough to have anything at all, it's just going to be one thing. And especially when we're encumbered like this, talk about going out of our way to do it, I think it would be quite painstaking to explore at any greater depth. Unless we, say, got Roachback, but even then we saw, at times, easier said than done. Kind of hard to climb mountainous areas with her. Unless we, like, just a quick check around the perimeter here, but not really seeing much that looks like it's explorable, because there's just a big mountain, which there's no way we're getting up. See what would be next on the list then. Would probably be this stuff here, which I'm guessing is just a whole bunch of smugglers' caches. So we've successfully cleared out the top right corner. It's a little area, but we're making progress. Out of curiosity, yeah, we're on 247 weight. I don't know. I think we're definitely going to hit 300, maybe even 400, depending on just how many of these we do before we end up going back to town. Something like that. So, I mean, I think these might also be a bit of a trek to make it to them. But we'll see. Like, we're actually going to get pretty close to the... Is it Ardskellig that we're approaching at this point? I think it is. Like, you can see some of the mountains on the horizon. Starting to get a little bit clearer now. Actually, let me go a little bit more in this direction. Yeah, now you're actually saying we're at Ardskellig. Fair enough. Can even make out the trees. Smuggler's Cache, as expected. Let's keep a little bit of a distance here, so we don't damage the boat. And then we'll dive in and do the dirty work. Who will it be this time? Looks like drowners. Drowned dead. Not enough range. Whoa, hello! Did not see you. Oh, your friend. But not you, and this one's probably gonna get to us. No, maybe not. Okay, I shot the crossbow, not knowing where the guy was. And then just kind of looked around last minute to see if there's anyone we could auto-target, but... There we go. I think that's all of them. Let's nab... this. That also a ground dead? I think it is. Close enough? Yeah. Now it is. Now let's pop up real quick. So we need to get this one. Another drowned dead? No. I saw red in the corner, but I think that was just the encumbered sign. I've seen out of the corner of my eye. Okay, more relic rarity armors. I think it's good because they're probably some of the most valuable. I think this is the last one we have here. Come on. You can do it, Geralt. There we go. Smuggler's Cache complete. And was there another one in this general area? I thought there was one that was kind of close. We actually went to the one that was the furthest away. Well, kind of, sort of. Probably would have ideally done this one first. Kind of just zoomed right past it. Now we have, what? Do we go? What order do we do these in? So we have to do this, this, and then this, and start going down this way. Ideally, we would have gone probably counterclockwise here, this, to this, to this, to this, and then keep on going in that direction toward Hindersfjall. But so be it. I think these are all relatively close together. So let's hop back in. And these are all probably going to be smugglers' caches, because they're all out in the middle of the water. Don't expect to find much else other than what we were seeing right there. Okay, we did mark it. Didn't remember if we did or not. Yeah, we overshot this one a bit. Oh, look at that sunlight catching the sail. That's glorious. Absolutely glorious. And it should be coming up right around here now. There it is. And are you a smuggler's cache? You are indeed a smuggler's cache. Make your guesses. Will be Sirens, will be Drowned Dead. It will be Drowned Dead. That did not hit, apparently. That did. Oh, hello. Sneaky, going directly below us. Definitely were more than just those two. Namely, you. Anyone else? Don't think so? At least not for now. Oh, no. Yeah, once again, seeing like the red. Yeah, okay, there is a Drowned Dead there. I was gonna say, I saw the red from the chest and thought maybe it's a Drowned Dead. But maybe I'm making that up. No, there was a Drowned Dead there. Devious place to hide. Almost got me. But not quite. Okay, and this should be the last one here. At least of this set. Dimeridium ingot there. That's quite good, I think. Or actually, Dimeridium? I don't know, we're loading up on the stuffs now. Yeah, we're already past 300 weight. Piscian armor. 100% resistance to poisoning? What? Completely immune? That's pretty cool. Forget about potions. Just throw that on. You're good to go. Looks like it has the same art as the Eternal Fire Executioner's armor, but anyways. At least by name, I would rather not put on the Executioner's armor, but the other stuff, if it looks nice, then maybe we throw that on instead. We're sticking with what we have for the Witcher School stuff. And we're waiting to upgrade that, like we've said. Okay. What next? Now I think we probably go diagonally. This to this to this to this. That's probably the way to minimize the amount of sailing we have to do in this case. I think that's probably what we go for. That's the wrong side of the boat. Slow-mo. Can you get more encumbered? Like, are there actually multiple speeds at which you can be encumbered? Like, if we have 1,000 weight, are we just completely immobile? I don't know. Interesting to see. We might test that theory by the time we're done with all this. We'll have to see. We shall have to see. Yeah, expecting more Smuggler's Caches here. And, I mean, we have picked up a fair bit of big, fancy armors, relic rarity. And I think the heavy armors tend to be more expensive or more valuable to sell than light armors. And we've definitely picked up some heavy ones, so that's not bad either. Okay, coming up on the cache here. I still don't actually see it, despite us being on top of it. Okay, now I do, though. Paying more attention to the boat, we can see. Yeah, we are close enough to Ard Skellig. You guys are actually rather far away from the loot. A little bit surprised. What are you doing all the way out here? Okay, now there are going to be a bunch of them right on us. Yep. I think there's usually 4 we've seen. 4 drowners, that is. Yup. There's another one hiding over here. No. No. Bye. Now, catch our breath and focus on this stuff here. Nothing too crazy on that one. Check this one. Nothing too big here either. And on this side, can we be quick enough? I think we will. Saddlebags. Oh, some silver ingot. Might have actually been the best thing we picked up from this set here. Hang our head on that. If we're anything like our ship, then we just took 50% damage. Let's hop on. And now next on the list is over here. We're starting to make our way away from Ardskellig and toward Hindersfjall. And then you could make the case that if we really wanted to, we could potentially stop off at Hindersfjall and sell stuff there. But it's not sure it really does much for us. We could even deliberately make a point of, once we do finish all this stuff, heading back to Novigrad, because I think we are probably headed back to Novigrad when we are done with all this, or at least Velen/Novigrad, and talking to Ivier and selling stuff to him, because I think he may be the person who buys weapons and armor for the most. Let's dive in and dive under, and that Drowned Dead is almost certainly going to get us. Or that one, for that matter. Please go away. Please go away. And please go away. As I was saying, that's 3. I'm expecting for us to find one more around here somewhere. Yep. You can't fool me. Hello? Good day to you, sir. Goodbye to you, sir. Okay, let us loot this one. And decent things there. And then these two. And what we'll get out of this one? Pretty lackluster. Pretty lackluster, I'm afraid. See about this one as well, though. Pretty meh. Okay. Let's head back to the boat and continue to check more things off the list. Amount of ground we've covered is increasing. Kind of stuff remaining is starting to go down a bit. So next on the list would be this. And we've made a fairly sizable dent now in the northeastern corner. Okay, just avoid those flanks there. Because, as you know, they are perilous. Very perilous. Perilously perilous, one might even say. Yeah, let's hit these ones here. And, I mean, we can continue to check how much weight we've accumulated at this point. Now we're 332. So will we hit 400? I think we definitely will hit 400 if we go without hitting town. Possibly even, I mean, if we go through every single Smuggler's Cache and other side questy thing in this area, then I think probably go higher than 400. Oh, this one. I mean, I know there are more of you. Like, could we hit 1,000? Can we do it? I suppose there may not be anything stopping you from just going to town and buying way more things than you can actually carry, and then just not actually trying to do anything after that, just like turn around and resell it. don't actually move. But on this occasion, we're encumbered and we're actually going out and we're doing things. Which I think is much more significant. Anyone can go in and just drop all their money at a shop somewhere and weigh themselves down, but this is different. Great Sun armor again. I think we did get another one of those previously, but don't know what level they'll be. Oh. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, could be a higher level, but given how it's relic rarity, I think it's a decent thing to pick up. Out of curiosity, when it comes to how valuable these things are, we're looking a lot at the weight, yes, but Great Sun armor is worth a ton. Yeah, and that's level 18. So one's level 21. Is it actually worth more? 1960, 1949, they're basically worth the same bit. But, I mean, think about that stuff. I mean, they don't actually sell for the amount listed there. They sell for a fraction of that, but nonetheless, some of these items are going to be worth as much as we get from quests, maybe even as much as Witcher contracts. Which is pretty significant, seeing as how we have a bunch of these. So, maybe we'll find that it will be worthwhile for that reason. We should be looking pretty good from a money's standpoint after all of this. I would have to imagine. Though Geralt's backpack will certainly need some replacing. Oh, 1 second. The game has tapped out. For some reason. It saw the Drowners sneaking up behind us. It was like, oh no! Run away! But we shouldn't be too far away from this, presumably, smuggler's cache here. And, yep. More enemies here. Where's the actual cache? I'm not seeing it. There it is. Okay. Get out. Dive under. Shoot some drowners in the face. And carry on. There are more drowners. Which ones do we prioritize shooting? Is my next question then. Excuse me, you are preventing us from hitting your drowner friend. Another one. Off to the side here. Maybe we just get rid of it. I mean, I suppose we may be getting some experience from fighting the drowners. Well, hold on. Where'd you go? You're over here. Just want to get rid of you? Not so much to ask. Ooh. Range. The range was too much. Geralt, keep that crossbow out. Geralt! Geralt! He just wants to live dangerously. Okay. But yeah, I suppose, I mean... Really? Another one? How many? Was that already? I don't know. Our theory of 4 drowned dead per smuggler's cache is maybe getting brought into question here. That has to be all of them, right? We went pretty deep there. Now we would know. Ooh. It looks like that could be some decent stuff there. Relic Rarity armor, and perhaps more importantly, Relic Rarity sword. Other big armors there, or at least one. Not relic, but rare. And we're getting kind of low on breath here. It's making me a little concerned. So I saw the Dimeridium ore, but couldn't take much time to stop and smell the roses. Turned out we were fine, though. Looks like rain. And the waves are not making it easy to get back in here, but ship, as long as she's not taking on water, we're good. I think we are good. Let's see. We can keep on going this way, I think. Then we'll hit this one, and then we actually have quite a distance to cover before we make it to this one. We could even deliberately go in harbor here after that and use that to fast travel of sorts. This one's pretty remote, though. But one step at a time. Let's go here next. Oh, did we took some damage from running into the ground dead, possibly? I was wondering if that was going to cause damage earlier. Oh, now, yep, the front right side of the boat is a little worse for wear. The starboard side. As long as she don't be taking on water, we'll be fine, lads. Don't worry. Onward we go. Will there be treasure? That much we know. It's another smuggler's cache. To be guarded. Guarded by... Oh, not drowners. I mean, technically not, but... Okay, well, that one is. But there's a lot of you. Right on us. We've never actually seen, or very rarely have we seen the mucknichters actually swimming in the water like this. Okay, let's... I know there's another drowned dead coming towards us right now, but let's get our breath back and then duck under. Whoa, you're the one we want to shoot. Ooh, that was close. You're probably next. And then you are probably next. Now, this is definitely the most crowded one we've seen in a while, from a drowner standpoint. And then here? See the ground dead for a second there? I don't think so. I think we're in the clear. I think I made that up. Okay, there we go. Looks like there looked like we did not actually have anything to loot. I was like, excuse me? There is, in fact, a mucknichter behind us. So maybe I did not make that up. And since that slowed us down a little bit, let's just catch our breath here real quick. Is this the last one? That it is. Oh, that looks kind of nifty. Kind of nifty. Let's head back to the boat, and it is close to a lot of wreckage. And if we do actually take damage from running over the drowners' corpses, then we definitely got to back this one up. Let's start by doing that. Back it up. Backing it up. Throwing it in reverse. And then do a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And we'll be on our way. Is that Hindersfjall right there that we're seeing? It might be. No, it's the islands that we saw with Yennefer. And we... Do we actually want to go here? Do we have reason to suspect there might be something here? I mean... pretty big. We're talking about some of the islands that we were running into, this one and these ones here where we left Roach, how those were surprisingly large, and this might be the biggest yet, at least certainly if you combine the two together. And there is another boat. I mean, we could even swap boats if we were concerned about the damage we've taken on this boat, which is maybe somewhat of a relevant concern. I don't know. Maybe we give this a shot. Maybe we see if we find anything here. Oh, and we wanted to... Let's just take a quick look. See if any of the new swords and whatnot are any good. Huh? Oh, it's Silver Sword. I was going to say 16% critical hit damage bonus. That doesn't sound like an upgrade, but we should have like 100. But, yeah. Oh, this was one that... Weren't we saying a while ago that we perhaps meant to be using this sword? Not the one that we're currently using. I mean, the base damage is a little bit lower. Well, let's just take a look at what other options we have here. Ooh. So the damage is quite bad, but it is actually kind of valuable. Not great. Not great. And then I think these other ones we've already seen, or in the case of these guys down here, are relatively low rarity. We're approaching 400. We'll get there. We will get there. Don't you worry. Now, question about this island here that we're approaching would be, Is there a place where we can actually get on land? Which may or may not be the case. Ah! Igdalen Island actually has a name. That's an interesting sign there that perhaps this is significant enough that it is worth further investigation. Now, of course, without Roach, we are encumbered. We are quite slow. Let us see if we can change that. Roach has decided that today she is willing to appear. Fortunately for us all. Thank you, Roach. I will probably still walk with her so that we can have our Witcher senses on and our eyes peeled.
Take it easy.
Because I'm not really sure what, if anything, we're going to find here. Okay, not really seeing anything in this little area that we first landed. Can we get up?
Giddy up.
Not giddy up, but like get out of this little ditch. Well, that's the water. There are enemies here.
Slower.
Okay. Let us investigate, perhaps. That did not have the range. I feel like there's got to be something here. This place has a name? Certainly. That means it's important. Oh, there you are. Hello. Oh, I tried to shoot the crossbow at you. Okay, let's just stick to the basics here. But that was too early. Oops. That's at number, what is this, 5 now? Something like that. Hold on, we'll get there eventually. Well, it's the first enemy in a while that has dropped loot. So there's that. But that's not really a reason enough to come here. We could fight Sirens whenever we want, really. No. One that flew relatively close by. I was expecting to perhaps take notice of us. There's got to be something here, right? Surely? I mean, I know there was the whole quest with Yennefer, obviously. We were here before. But that was out in the water. That was not on land. And so that didn't really have anything to do with the islands. As much as it was just, well, going out into the water. Which is why I feel like there could very well still be something here. One might argue should very well be something here. But I don't know, at least thus far. Coming up dry. And don't necessarily know which areas of the island we might be most likely to find that stuff. Because this one is big enough that there is some ground to cover. And it's gonna be kind of hard to cover it in our current encumbered state. But, I mean, Roach can maybe climb this if she's willing to come over here, but she may not be. Might be too close to her as things currently stand. Okay, we're able to get up to the top of this ledge at the very least, which is helpful. Makes it easier to navigate, but still, it's not really seeing anything. Besides trees in our face. Which feels odd. So on one hand, I feel like, oh, well, we're making the effort of going here. Hey, Roach! Now she decides to show up. We're making the effort to check this place out to begin with. Part of me feels like, well, we should take the time to make sure that if there is something here, we find it. But then another part of me is saying, well, we're encumbered, so we're slow, makes it difficult. Is it worth it? And for that I say, well, perhaps the answer is that we're looking for a bit of a middle ground. So we did search a reasonable amount of the island and still found nothing. So I think we head back to the boat and we try the other island. Chance that there's something on that one. And we could potentially switch boats. Although, I feel like there is something majestic about if we are able to complete this entire trip around with one boat. That'd be pretty sweet. That would be pretty cool. So, that is, although not practical, it is still intriguing to me of perhaps trying to do that. Let's see. No, this is... Yeah, that's still... same place. Same half of the island. Does the other island have a different name? Because, hold on a second. Yeah, we really didn't explore this end, I don't think. I am seeing an enemy up here. We do take a second to use our winter senses. Can't tell what it is, now it's no longer showing up. Don't really know what to make of that. I mean, we could, of course, try going back on and just checking out this section, but do not ever do that. Kids, don't try that at home. But we saw some sign of an enemy there. Not Roach. This is at least a little bit more level. Makes it easier to navigate, but yeah, like, if it's just more Sirens, that's of course not a huge deal.
Giddy up.
And we don't care much about that. But it looked like it was actually on the island. I mean, if I'm wrong, then of course we'll just turn around and go back, but...
Hey,
I think those are still the Sirens over there. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the Sirens out in the middle, and that's the boat that we were in with Yennefer. Her quest. I mean, we could even just jump off here.
Hey there.
If we were to use that other boat. And use that one to make it to the other side. Just see for a second here. Looks like there's a kind of a ledge. But I don't think there's anything here. And we get more of the Sirens are just kind of chilling up there in their ragdoll state. I don't think we're gonna shoot them from this distance. Oh, well, also that's the wrong direction. What happens if we, for example, I doubt they're within range of this, but oh no, they are. Okay. Well, sure. Why not? The ones that were doing their ragdoll thing are now just bobbing in and out of the water, so okay, I guess that works too. You do you.